optimistic that the Internet of Things mergers and acquisitions activity will continue in 2022 amidst continued growth in the sector and the rapid pace of change. As analysts expect momentum from 2021, which saw more than 14,000 deals worldwide, to continue during 2022, I'm now joined by Alexandre Pébereau in Paris, who is the CEO of iBASIS and founder of Tofane, who has just contributed to this year's stats. Alexandre, thank you so much for joining me. You've got a big acquisition today with iBASIS, with Simfony. You're acquiring Simfony. Tell us what market factors led to this acquisition, and how does the deal address the market demand?
Good morning, Joe. Yes, for us, it very much reflects the market demands on the Internet of Things, and being iBASIS provider of global connectivity, Simfony is the natural diversification of global connectivity after being brought to persons, now bringing it to things. For us, that's the opportunity of speeding up our growth in that industry. For us, Simfony was a natural acquisition, as they were already our customers. And so, as you can imagine, we bring the connectivity and all this engineering, telecom engineering skills, and they have the software development of the business layer, very much customer-centric. And so the two together, we enlarge the added value we bring to the customers, making it much more easier connectivity to use for the things that the end customers are developing.
Very interesting. And if so, what kind of sectors, what kind of customers are you serving now? The verticals that you're really pushing, you're going to be pushing this solution at, and then maybe also not just from an industry perspective, but also from a geography perspective. Is this a European thing? Is it going to be a global thing? Just give us a bit of an oversight of what the solution is going to be targeted at.
Two things. So from a vertical perspective, first, we are very much already in the automotive industry. We are one of the suppliers to Cubic, the IoT subsidiary of Volkswagen. So it's really about, SIMs for cars that are exported across the globe. We're also very much in cruising and international cruising. Simfony actually is also the provider of European cruise ships on Rhine, Seine, and Danube. But in terms of geographic footprint, that's where also we are extremely complementary with Simfony, because Simfony is based in the Netherlands, as iBASIS is in Rotterdam. They are in Amsterdam, we are in Rotterdam. But they also bring us the software development team, which is based in Romania. And for us, that's really very complementary. That's what we have already in the States, where iBASIS was born 25 years ago.
Okay. When are you going to roll out the, let's say, the merged solution, if we can call it that, into the market? Because you're going to be starting some demos at the end of February in March.
Yes, that's the big advantage of that merger, is that as they are already our customers and that they already deployed our connectivity and the traffic steering that we offer, our new product is very quickly available on the market. And what we're going to speed up also in the go-to-market is the part toward the US. iBASIS announced last December a very important partnership with Verizon, and we are integrated at Verizon permanent roaming all across the US. And so together with the Simfony platform and customer platform, it means that we're going to speed up the deployment of Simfony across the US.
Okay. And Alexandre, if I am a Simfony employee waking up today to this news, what can I expect? Do I have to fear for my job? What do you have to tell the troops on the ground about the future?
On the contrary, you should wake up feeling very excited, because first, this is a project for growth. On the track record of iBASIS, this is our sixth acquisition, the first one in the IoT domain, but it's the sixth altogether in international services. Every time we kept everybody, and we have actually reinforced places new places where we made acquisitions. So typically, in the case of the Netherlands, for us, it means that we are going to have more resources in the Netherlands For Romania, it's great because it means that we're going to have more needs to develop software in Romania. Across the world, for all the companies, not only of Simfony, but of iBASIS, it's 300 employees altogether. It means that we're going to have more services to offer to our customers.
Do you have like a pipeline of how much staff do you need in terms of new staff employment? You know, you're going to be hiring 100 people, 200 over X amount of time.
No, that we have no plan. We know the entire people because we have to feed our growth, and for us that move in the IoT space is made indeed is designed for our growth. Traditionally, our international services, the voice part, which is 60% of our business, is declining, and so for us, IoT is really the growth. So we're going to hire people, as we're saying, in Romania, in Europe, in the States, and certainly in many other countries.
Okay, interesting. And speaking of Romania, because in Romania, you don't just have a software team, you've also got a technology development center, so you've got a building there. What's the plan for that? Are you going to be expanding that building? What programs are you going to be putting around the program, the building, for example? Are you going to bring in, I'm going to go as far as even saying, like, you're going to bring in like students from schools to see what's being developed by iBASIS? And then I'll add one more into that range of questions. Are you going to be replicating a tech development center in other countries?
Joe, you're absolutely right. Technology is at the very, very heart of this merger of Simfony, because first, innovation is in the DNA of iBASIS. We have technology centers already in Boston and in the Netherlands. So for us to add Bucharest and Romania is kind of very natural. Plus Simfony has this proprietary developments that we are very interested in and which are very complementary to the IoT and patents iBASIS has already developed.
Okay. And Alexandre, so you mentioned this is the first IoT acquisition for iBASIS and also for Tofane, but we'll talk about Tofane in a second, but for iBASIS, what other acquisitions have you got in mind at the moment for iBASIS specifically? Because I mean, we are this kind of almost at the start of this whole IoT movement. There's going to be billions of connected devices across the world. I mean, as I said at the beginning, PwC estimated last year more than 14,000 M&A deals in the IoT space globally, just in telecoms and technology, not even media and all the other verticals. So how much more are you going to be contributing towards the statistics around M&A activity? And if you can share any capital allocations, we love numbers at the Tech Capital as well.
We have that's the purpose of iBASIS on our project from the start is indeed to be able to diversify and find a growth relay organically and inorganically. So indeed we have all the funds we need for our development. In the case of IoT, first we have to integrate, and we are very in execution mode. That's our track record. After 6 acquisitions is to always first do the integration fully and then go to the next level. In the case of IoT, it might very well be indeed another acquisition. We don't foresee one as we speak, because already today with the opportunity of bringing together Simfony and iBASIS is huge. In terms of going not only, as we said, to the automotive and cruising, we know that we're going to be able to offer SIM management to MVNOs and MVNEs of this world. And in particular, in Europe, we know how many enablers and operators we have available, because it's not only a question of number of operators, but also a question of countries. And in Europe, it's 27 countries times dozens of operators.
And a lot of different languages and cultures to deal with. I mean, quickly just to finish as well. So on Tofane, give us an overview of what Tofane is doing today, because you've got, of course, the iBASIS investment, you've got other things in Portugal, in other countries. Give us an overview of what Tofane is doing and what the dream is for Tofane, including anything that you can reveal around acquisitions, even though you're quite busy now with Simfony. The next step is always good to know as well.
the ambition of Tofane and iBASIS being its commercial brand, it's to diversify indeed in IoT, so that's what we're doing with Simfony, to diversify also in A2P messaging. That's what we have done last year with NOSH International Carrier Services in Lisbon, and that we will continue doing certainly in the coming years, because that's also an area where consolidation is needed. We see opportunities in many other sectors of the international services. Altogether, the ambition of Tofane is to be a leading independent provider of global services across the world.
Okay, Alexandre, I said I was going to ask the last question. Now it is the last question. If you had to describe 2022 for Tofane in terms of mission in one word, what word would you choose?
Go for it. Go for the reopening. That's really what we need to do. Go for the reopening.
Okay. Alexandre Pébereau, CEO of iBASIS and founder of Tofane. Thank you so much for talking to me. Always good to see M&A activity happening in the sector, especially in the IoT space, with everything that we can expect over the next few decades around connecting the world. As for you at home, thank you for watching, and do check our website and give us a follow on social media for more breaking and timely news from across the digital infrastructure sector worldwide. At the Tech Capital, you lead, we report. Bye for now.